It will be sort of reviewing one of the casual games I did playtest with my friends with the actual release, which is going to be a lot versus a next stage. It does bring back nostalgic memories, and I do GSCs into this game, but we will see a comeback, so that's a spoiler. And I do GS into the new Sword Breaker. I would say it's a Abyssal Hour. So, what is so strong about Abyssal Hour is that on turn 2 you actually can do draw 1 already. So as you can see here, I'll be riding it, drawing 1 from the starter skill and gaining the quick shield. As well as soul blasting 1 to draw 1. And then basically replenish my hand and I do check a critical trigger here, pushing him 2 damage just like that. So he does draw with a tiger skill and draw for turn, so drawing 2 cards. He does strike into the Steam Breath Dragon here, and calling the that's Smoke Gear, sorry, and then calling a Steam Breath here, and then missing the search. So most likely he doesn't have the Chrono Jet in hand. Similarly, in this game, I don't have my Luard in hand as well, and I might be might be doing a GSC once again. So he does use call another Steam Breath and missing the search once again. Not the best thing in the world because it's quite tilting to see when your 2 searches just doesn't go off basically. So he does push it up to aggro. And I throw a 15k shield here, which is a mistake, and he doesn't let me to misplay because I'll be throwing a quick shield here, which is just a 5k card. And because he doesn't discard any card this turn, so the Steam Breath is only hitting for 8k. So as you can see, I do draw into another Abyssal Hour, and I use the this grade 2 double skill to superior call the name one, shuffle the deck. Then using the name one skill to superior call something else, and I do superior call the Fallen Dive Eagle there, which is the tech of my deck actually. We shall see how the engine goes. So I do call an Abyssal Hour to draw 1 since it's a same grade, and I aim with the Soul Blast. And I missed the search here, very unfortunate for me. And I call the second Fallen Dive Eagle from hand. And I do swing the side, swing the Vanguard like this. I do check the lot here, which is very important for me, securing my next turn right. He does top deck the Chrono Jet here, and I do sort of casually just point off because there's a luck stack from him. But then again, this is just a casual play testing with me and between me and him, so we're just having fun. And I'm just trying to test my deck list here. So basically, the idea behind my deck list is to really just recycle the Fallen Dive Eagle so much, and then going for the lethal turn after. I know that for Luard, the most infamous engine currently is to run the PBD Superior Ride, and I don't really believe in that because I do believe my luck is so bad and I will just draw all the pieces into hand, especially the PBD, and then I won't be able to get the Superior Ride off. So he does swing the Phoenix here, yeah, just like this, and triple drive into a triple blank here. Very unfortunate for him, and I'll be using the Eagle because I do need the space. So we shall see how I'll be playing on my Luard turn here. I do ride into the Luard here, gaining a Force Sparker to the side. Using the Neyman here, most likely to superior call another Abyssal Hour or just another Neyman for the fodder for the X skill of Luard. Yeah, I do call it another Abyssal Hour because it's a great 3 again. I can Soul Blast 1 to draw 1. And then sacking off the 2 Abyssal Hour to draw additional 1 card, and then retiring the Steam Breath Dragon behind. And since I already have 3 Great Wine in my drop zone, the striding is free. And now gaining another marker yet again, and then using the on right skill to counter blast 1 to superior call 2 Great Ones. I should be calling out a Charon here, which I do call the dog there. And I do call the Soul Charger Great 1, which was just announced for the Shadow Paladin. As you can see here, I do Soul Charge 1 due to the Superior Call effect. And then I use the dog skill to get back the Eagle back to my hand, and then calling it out. Calling it out back again like this. And it's such a rinse and repeat kind of card. He does no guard here. I do open a draw trigger here. And I do luck set into another draw trigger here. He does open a hill here, very fortunate for him. And I use 25k. He does no got 18 to another hill trigger. Very lucky for his end. But given that I did open 2 draw triggers, I guess this is okay. Because, you know, luck goes for both ways. And he does guard it. And then passing turn. And because I do ride into another Luard, I gain another marker. So the idea behind my deck, I would like to emphasize again, is that I'm just stalling the turn, stalling the game. And given that there's so many big rear guards or rather guard restrict units in the game currently, Fallen Death Eagle is such a good card. And given the fact that Luard does farm markers casually every turn, so just stalling the game will give me the slight advantage towards the late game. I could be wrong, but do stay tuned for my tournament videos, and I do hope to get to a top table with this deck, and I'll be to showcase more in the future basically. He does Superior Ride to the next stage and using the alot skill to give him a triple drive. And he does have the Great One, which actually snapped off one of my Fallen Death Eagle. He does swing the next stage here for triple drive. I do drop on Kanzen here because Chrono Jet will be having a guard restrict, which restrict me from using my Sentinels. So I will just take the chance to guard here. He does open a draw trigger here, but no critical. And most likely I'm gonna no guard the Chrono Jet here because I do need a Counter Blast. So he does use the Chrono Tiger skill because he discarded that, and then he's able to draw 1 additional card. So now he's gonna put put the Force Marker in the side. I think he's gonna put the middle here to adjust because I do have a Fallen Death Eagle. Such a deterrence to put marker to the side anyway. So he does swing at the Chrono Jet here using the skill, so I can't Sentinel here. I do no guard, and he opens a crit, and not a double crit unfortunately, and I do eat 2 damage, which is what I needed to start off my Lord stuff again. I do ride into the second Lord in my hand, gaining yet another marker, and look at that, I'm already at 4 Force 1 markers. And I do use Neyman's skill to call another Abyssal Hour, which I returned in the previous turn. Okay, I'm thinking about, I still go for the Abyssal Hour here. Because I do have a Brandword in Soul to Soul Blast to draw 1. And I'll be using the dog again to rest the Abyssal Hour to get back the Fallen Death Eagle back to hand. And then using Lord main skill to retire 2 Great Ones and retire one of his Great 2s here to draw additional 1 more card. As you can see, the deck does generate a lot of advantage, and this is the kind of deck I want to play, and not that I would say very unbalanced PBD Superior engine. So I do return 2 units here to Superior Ride to the Drag 4 here, gaining yet another Force 1, which I'll be stacking all to one side. And in this case, I will be Superior calling 4 rear guards here. Very balanced card, I would say. That was a joke by the way. So as you can see, I'm able to farm so much, and with the Fallen Death Eagle being a deterrence to the opponent, I'm able to hit this state of the game whereby I have like 5 markers and having a Morfessa to push for game. And given that it's only at 3 damage, but this bot is threatening enough already. So after this game, I do realize that maybe it's better to put some markers to the side, because Morfessa only does seem to be very greedy. I mean, all in your Force Marker to once, then to the Morfessa only seems to be very greedy, and opponent can have an easier time to guard you, since they can just prepare 2 Kanzen to the side. So he does Kanzen my middle, Twin Drive in another draw trigger here, very fortunate for me. So I did open 3 draws, and look at the hand size for me. I do have a decent hand size to guard with, and this is very rare to see in Standard actually. And I do use Morfessa to swing very big, and I'm going to Superior Call the dog here to ensure my next turn's shenanigans again. As you can see, the side is very small, and it's going to be easily guarding that. And the dog lane is actually hitting for 71k column. And he does get a damage trigger here, so it's still a 50k guard. So he does throw a PG there forcing out the PG, and I do Superior Ride to another Luard, gaining yet another marker. So he's going to Superior Ride to a next stage here, but dropping 2 cards there with no smoke gear on the field. This is very painful, and he's not exactly having the best game in the world, but my Luard is gaining a lot of advantage despite that. So he does swing the next stage here. I'm just going to throw a PG here to block off. He does Swing Drive to a double blank, very unfortunate, and this should be it. He does Superior Ride to the Chrono Jet here, which will be putting to the middle. And I'm going to hard guard this, given that I have farmed so long. With the Fallen Dive Eagle, all the Great Zero Shields in my hand are not being used at all. And I'm able to hard guard this Chrono Jet for no pass here. He does Swing Drive to a draw trigger here, which is not able to win him the game. He does swing with the Chrono 2 Tiger here, which will be a 20k guard. And I'm most likely going to eat this. So I do throw a 10k, I'm going to reverse it. I'm going to eat it anyway. So I do eat the 1 damage here, and then it's my turn again, and this should be it. So I'm not going to ride because I don't have any Luard in hand, but I'm going to use the dog again to basically replenish cards to my hand. I think at this point I'm just counting how many Grade 3 Luard, the Drag 4 Luard I have left in the deck, and I'm going to use the dog skill here to take back the Neyman here. And I do take back the Abyssal Hour because I'm going to ensure that I can Soul Blast the Drag 4 here in case I do top deck it in this turn. And I don't take it, I mean actually I do draw to the draw PG here. So very fortunate for me, I'm just going to Superior Ride here. So I do Soul Blast the Drag 4 here to ensure that I can Superior Ride to him. So I'm going to return him and 1 more unit back to deck. Push the brand 1 here to Superior Ride to the Drag 4. Now I have 2 Drag 4 in the deck, which will ensure me the following turn, if there's any following turn. And now I can Superior Ride 4 cards, I mean Superior call 4 cards here once again. And I do call the brand 1 and the Abyssal Hour here. But it's a slight misplay here. I should have returned one of the Mofasa back to deck, since that I do replace the Abyssal Hour with the Mofasa here, which is very awkward when the Mofasa should be better on the multiple force markers there. So like I mentioned, this is a first day game testing, and I'm just here to show you guys how my idea of Luard should be working. So do not mind the misplays I do perform in this game. So he does PG here, and Mofasa swings for just a 10k guard, and Mofasa will be using his skill to retire himself to be calling over the multiple force marker lane. He does swing the brand 1, he does intend to use the drop zone Kanzen, but just a joke, and then that's it. Thank you for watching till the end, and if you do enjoy the content, do drop a like and comment and subscribe to me, and do stay tuned for more future videos.